corporate counsel and litigation experience should combine together, because you at least you must have you are the good lawyer. You must have the good background about the law. But you also have the real experience, and combine these elements, you can create a solution that surprise everybody and very effective.
So, good morning, Stephen. How are you today?
Good morning, Chang. Thanks. I'm fine. You?
Great, thanks. So, it's nice that we have this talk about the M&A transactions and also your new corporate counsel's brand under Tran Lawyers. So, can we talk about that brand?
Because that originally I'm the litigator. I'm a trial lawyer. I specialize in the commercial litigation. And during my practice, I also handle many labor disputes, shareholder dispute, and when I joined in the shareholder dispute, and I discovered that there's many problem, many legal issue the party make during the M&A transaction, and I see that, and I discover there are many legal advice are not suitable to the realities at the court when this dispute happens. That's the reason why I decided to establish a corporate counsel, because along with the litigation case, I see that the client also interested in the corporate matters. And when I have them and they trust me and they seek for my legal advice on the corporate matters as well. So that's the reason why I decided to establish the corporate counsel, a separate branch from the trial lawyers, to do the corporate matters and advise the client the corporate governance, M&A, and related things like the employment, labor compliance, and other commercial compliance issue. It means that it's not straightforward. So that to have the clients have the good preparation to avoid the dispute, because litigation is not fun at all. So nobody want to have any. They don't want to meet the trial lawyers. They all only meet the trial lawyer in case they have to meet. So that's the reason why I established the corporate counsel, and
So, so your expertise is litigation, and how do that benefit the corporate counsel's branch of yours?
Because in the end, why the people need a lawyer? They need a lawyer to prevent the risk. But the risk is not on the paper, it's not in the book. The risk, if you want to know the risk, you must have the real experience. And where you can find the real experience is at the court in the dispute. Because when the party do the business, they are happy, okay, you can see no dispute, no legal issue. But when there is a problem, the legal risk arise. And I learned a lot from the court via the trials, and I understand exactly how the party in the dispute thinks, how they challenge each other, even the small matter like the bank accounts, the charter, the regulation in the charters, the role of the legal representative on the business license. And I also know about that, how the judge and the opposite and all the lawyer look at an issue at various corners rather than in the book. Because in the book you don't see the risk. In the book you only see the how to do a transaction, but there is no book teach you how to protect you in case of these any dispute arise.
But I can see that the litigation team is separate from the corporate counsel's team, and so how do they cooperate with each other to boost or to finish an M&A deal?
I'm building up. I have a plan. I'm want to building up a strong M&A team, separate totally from the litigation team. I don't want the litigators work on the M&A. There is an M&A team focus 100% on M&A transaction, and I will be the lead lawyer as well. And in this case, because I'm the litigator, I have much experience as well, so I can train the team I can advise them what's the real risk and other things. And in case for the big M&A transaction, we may consider to get the involvement of some litigator to support. But the supporting of the litigators is just for advising the real risk in a transaction rather than involved in the transaction itself. Because that our core business is still the litigation. So that's the reason why I want my litigator also 100% for the dispute at the court. And furthermore, separation between the two teams is also good because they can have the 100% energies and authorities. For example, you can see that, okay, the lawyer may happy to work with me rather than they work with the maybe that everybody want to focus on 100% rather than you focus on litigation and you also work on the M&A. So it's not the right strategy to identify the lawyer. Yeah.
So it's very interesting that I have never seen a law firm that have like a litigation expertise coordinating with the corporate counsel specialized team on the ground. So I think that it is very special about your team. And can I know your ambition about the corporate counsels team for your clients?
My ambition for the corporate counsel team, because now I don't want to compare us with other law firm because each law firm, they have their own strength. But I just focus on myself and my team. And I see that with the real experience in the litigation, we can do the corporate advice very well. Because if you have a chance to work with me, you can see that most of my advice are very, I can give you, you can feel that our advice is very strong, very grounded, and very experienced and real. It's not from the book. And we can act very fast based on our experience. For example, for the lawyers don't have much litigation experience, so they don't know the risk well. They are not confident in identify the level of the risk. So they don't know how to advise the client the right solution. And I think that the corporate counsel and litigation experience should combine together, because you must have you are the good lawyer. You must have the good background about the law. But you also have the real experience, and combine these elements, you can create a solution that surprise everybody and very effective. For example, in some matters, you can see that some lawyers, they don't have experience at the court, and they don't know how the judge think about the risk. And when they give the advice, they just follow the law. But they lack of the skill of critical thinking. They only think the issue in one way, not in other way. But from our litigation experience, because we go to the court very often, we challenge and we discuss with the opposite lawyer. We discuss with the judge as well, and the judge also challenge us as well. So we have a chance to learn from these people about the point of view, the various critical thinkings from them. So that's the reason why our corporate counsel are based on the real experience at court, and we are very good at two things. First is the critical thinking. Second is the creative solution. Yeah.
So I one more thing. I really admire what you have said and explained. So the one more thing that in M&A there is one thing that is really important. That is the business mindset. So I see that you have good expertise, legal expertise. You have a strong litigation team to anticipate and safeguard all the risks. And how about the business mindset?
About the business mindset, I select people have a good business mindset to my team. So I select the counsel, the legal practitioners from the global corporation who have experience, who already understand how it's about the business of the big corporation works and how they think and what's the structure. And personally, I also have the good business mindset because that nowadays in the end, everybody want to do the business, earn the money. They don't want to spend time for the legal issue, honestly. But the legal thing is something must have, but it's not the priorities in the list. The priority in the list is the business. So, and also I also have a network, a good network of the businessmen who are my friends as well. So in the case of I have no experience and have no expertise in some industry, I may contact them and seek for their advice. And we also have the strong library system because you know that we are the lawyers and we need the knowledge. And we spend a lot for purchasing the world last book from many sources, and
Interesting.
we refer because that in the legal business, the most important thing is that you must understand the business first. Then you will identify the legal risk, and then you will find the legal routes to support for your point of view. But everything in the end, the legal thinking, the legal route must support for your commercial sense, the business sense. That's the principle. So I understand that principle, and during practicing the law, we continue to learn via the book. If I don't know something, okay, I ask my staff or myself to purchase the good book from Amazon or something like that to improve our knowledge, to research. And I have a network. I will discuss with my friends, the people who are the expert in that kind of industry. And if they don't know, they can introduce another people who are good at in that industry to me. And furthermore, the research, we focus, another important point is the researching skill. Nobody good at everything. But the core, the key things in the practicing the law is the researching. Okay, we also have the training to train the staff how to do the research. Because the way you research, the information you research will very useful to support for the way you produce the advice to the client.
So I think that you'll find like the corporate counsels team has many like full packaged team that will serve the best interest of the client from the risk, the legal things, and also for the business. So I'm afraid that it might be very expensive to hire the corporate counsels team. So is that?
About the cost, because we aim to the my philosophy is that we focus on the quality than quantity. We are very selective in working with the clients. We clearly identify that our clients are the global corporation, the big companies in Vietnam who can support the legal service fee. I cannot compare with the international law firm because international law firm like Baker McKenzie or Allen Overy, they are so big, they have a worldwide network. We are just the local law firm, but we have the international mindset and we understand the international culture. So we work with the global corporation, but our target is focused on the reasonable legal expense with the high quality. We don't compete with the other local law firm because the best way to compete is to improve yourself, not compete with yourself rather than compete with all the other firms.
Agree.
Know? Yeah. So, and in the legal industry, there is a critical point that you should understand the client. You should understand the culture of the client. and the professionalism you show. Not about you are the good or bad lawyer. The critical point is how you understand the client, and you make the client feel comfortable when talking with you, confidence in you. So if our fee may be higher than the average market, the client also want to work with us. Of course, our fee will for sure will be lower than the international law firm because we don't compete with them. But on the average market, they are still because I advise to you, legal is not the priority. It's different from the marketing in the global corporation. Global corporation, they will spend a lot for the marketing because marketing can bring the profit, but legal only spend and prevent the risk. So, but they cannot select the firm don't understand them. Okay, so they can pay a bit higher, but they will select the lawyers and the law firm they are comfortable to work with, they can trust, and very important, must understand their culture.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it is very interesting to know more about the corporate counsels team under Tran Trial Lawyers.
Yeah.
So I think that the team is very well structured, and is it fully formed? Because I know that business, it runs very fast, and you need to have like available team on the ground to assist the client on every step, like due diligence, drafting, agreements, negotiation, many things. So how about your team?
My team is now, I'm planning to prepare 10 people in my team now.
Wow.
Yeah. And we have, I quite understand how stressful in the M&A deletions, M&A deal, because the timing is very critical in the M&A transaction. Yeah. So we, the only way for us is to continuously train our staff, prepare for our staff to jump in anytime in the situation, needs the fast action, need the fast response, available on time. The only way to be skillful is you must have a good training. So I have a plan to train the strong team and a good staff to support the client anytime available. Even now, even me. Okay, although I'm the managing partner of the firm, but I also take care the professional work carefully beside the management of the firm. I'm a lawyer because in the end, I'm a lawyer. The client come to my firm because of my name, because they trust me. So I don't want to disappoint my client. Okay, they may not know about who are in my team, but when they come to me because they trust me. And so my personally also available over 24 to the clients. I can answer the email, respond to the client, and keep the client calm down, and even at the midnight or the early mornings, I am very responsive. And of course, I also setting up some internal rules for my team to work with me. I'm the boss, but my team also have the right to remind me anytime, for example, something, because there are many things on my desk. So I need, if my employees see me don't respond anything, maybe in the target timeline, they have the right to remind me many times until I get it done. Yeah. So of course, each lawyer have their own principle in working, but I see that with my characteristic, there's some personal working style I set out, and my staff need to do that, because some things also strain to the new staff. New staff may say, "Oh, yeah, you are my boss. Why I have to remind you?" Yeah, but I'm the person focused on the working result rather than the other minor things related in the position in the firm. So, yeah.
So I say that you establish good rapport with your clients and commit to the success of your clients. That's really admirable.
Yeah, because my principle for myself, not only I also convey to my staff my spirit as well, but for myself, lion legal issue also my legal issue. Okay, because the client they need a lawyer who can trust, and I can only work with the client who trusts me. And when I take the legal issue or legal matter from them, it means that that's my legal issue and my legal matter. I have 100% dedicate myself to that legal issue. And other staff who they also support me in the working with the client. But when behind them also have the strong backup for me. I will chime in the right time. And I always were in all the meeting with the clients. I never let my staff to meet the client directly without my presence. Even the minor things, and I know that minor thing to the lawyer only, but because the client don't have the knowledge about the legal issue, they don't have experience, so sometimes they're afraid. And I have to chime in. My chime in is necessary because the client, I have a person I trust here, so I'm confident, I feel comfortable. That's about the business psychology. Very important. This is the customer service. Yeah.
So I think it's really great talking about the Corporate Counsels team and also your experience and many interesting stories and specialties about the Corporate Counsels team under Tran Lawyers. So I wish you all the best in the success of the Corporate Counsels team and also Tran Trial Lawyers law firm.
Yeah, thank you so much.